Auto Ignite presents Jetour Traveller 2. Cinematic motion experience begins.
Silver light glides across a misty sage green form inside a quiet showroom, establishing space before identity settles in. Jetour Traveller T2 stands under soft reflections as Auto Ignite enters the frame. The Jetour branding holds steady in focus, anchoring recognition through still presence and background motion. Camera shifts forward into symmetry, where width and stance build controlled dominance. Born from the 2023 China rollout phase, unseen in India, the silence holds steadily as light fades smoothly across its surface in gradual calm. Silver light glides across misty sage green SUV inside silent showroom. Jetour Traveller T2 holds presence under soft reflections as Auto Ignite enters frame. Bold grille and wide stance establish identity through steady motion. Camera shifts forward into symmetry where dominance builds visually. Jetour branding stays locked in focus across clean surfaces and LED detailing. Born from 2023 China rollout phase, unseen in India, silence expands steadily as light settles, smoothly across sculpted body and calm luxury presence. Form tightens as body lines lock into a boxy upright stance with controlled presence. Light tracks smoothly across the surface, revealing muscular curvature and stable proportions. Front section holds focus where grille structure and LED signature define identity clearly. A human hand enters briefly, marking tire detail and triggering instant authenticity spike. Wheel texture and side profile reinforce rugged precision with grounded balance. Final angle stabilizes the frame where structure holds and visual authority settles gradually. Form begins at touch where panel alignment is checked through contact. Surface reflections expand, revealing structure and controlled body precision. Full side profile enters frame, establishing SUV stance with grounded presence. Attention dips then breaks as motion holds before detail resets focus. Hand interaction on roof rack reactivates attention, confirming structural strength and intent. Light movement travels gradually across surfaces, enhancing depth and perception. Final frame locks forward where stance settles smoothly and presence holds steady. Form begins at touch where panel alignment is checked through contact. Surface reflections expand outward, revealing form and controlled body precision. Front section enters frame where grille and LED signature define identity clearly. Full side profile appears, establishing SUV stance with wide grounded presence. Attention dips briefly before motion holds and detail sharply resets focus. Hand interaction on roof rack reactivates attention, confirming strength and intent. Light travels gradually across surfaces, enhancing depth while stance settles smoothly into composed visual authority. Touch begins at fender where panel gap is checked through contact. Camera pulls back, revealing rear side panel and wheel arch section. Side body extends into frame, showing straight lines and stable length. Motion holds briefly before continuous tracking starts, creating a tension dip. Hand reaches roof rail, testing rigidity and shifting focus instantly. Camera follows along roof line, showing mounting points and structural alignment. Light travels gradually across panels while stance settles smoothly into composed visual authority. Touch begins at handle where surface response confirms precision. Door opens smoothly, revealing cabin with driver focus control layout. Central screen and digital cluster activate, establishing immediate tech authority. Attention dips briefly before reflections move across panels, restoring control. Hand reaches charging zone, confirming minimal interface execution clarity. Ambient light spreads gradually across surfaces, reinforcing depth and interior atmosphere. Final view settles forward where cabin remains stable and presence holds steady. Touch begins at display, where interface response confirms system precision. Main screen expands, revealing layered navigation and structured control layout clearly. Digital cluster activates, presenting data flow with sharp responsive transitions. Attention dips briefly as static frame holds, then motion restores focus. Hand slides climate control, triggering personalized adjustment with controlled feedback. Ambient light spreads gradually across cabin, reinforcing depth and spatial balance. Final view stabilizes where system remains steady and presence holds smoothly. Touch begins at start button, confirming precise tactile response and system readiness. Cabin opens, revealing driver focus layout with layered digital control structure. Central display activates, showing sharp interface transitions with responsive system logic. Attention dips briefly as static frame holds, then motion restores engagement. Hand interaction on control dial confirms precision-based input and feedback. Ambient lighting spreads gradually across surfaces, reinforcing depth and cabin clarity. Final view settles forward where interior remains stable and control holds smoothly. Touch begins a rotary selector confirming precise tactile response. Cabin control expands as hand rotates, interface with intent. Hand reaches climate dial, triggering personalized feedback and response. Digital cluster activates, revealing sharp data transitions across screen. Attention dips briefly as static frame holds ambient balance. Interior lighting spreads gradually across cabin surface depth and tone. Final view settles forward where system control holds steadily and calm. Touch begins a rear door handle confirming controlled access entry. Cabin opens, revealing layered seating and panoramic glass expansion above. First-person movement enters rear space with structural console visibility. Central screen activates smoothly, showing interface depth and system response. Steering and dashboard frame authority with red accent precision lines. Armrest drops, revealing utility space and integrated cup holder module. Interior lighting spreads gradually across surfaces, reinforcing spatial control. Final cabin view holds steadily with complete ownership perspective smoothly. Rear cabin opens, revealing layered seating with stitched leather presence. Hand initiates seat fold mechanism, exposing flexible cargo configuration. Movement continues steadily as latch locks and resets structure. Camera tracks texture close-up, highlighting stitching and material precision. ISO-FIX anchors appear, confirming safety-oriented rear seat engineering. Pressure test on cushion validates density and long-term comfort. Lighting spreads gradually across cabin, reinforcing spatial clarity and depth. Final rear view holds steadily with complete utility validation state. Rear cabin opens, revealing stitched leather and premium spatial presence. Brand identity settles through rugged, refined cabin architecture. Door transition resets framing as exterior reflection stabilizes perception. Tailgate unlocks, exposing mechanical entry with controlled brand authority. Cargo space expands smoothly, revealing depth and structural alignment. Camera moves steadily across trunk with utility-focused clarity. Power outlets appear, confirming practical system integration and use. Final hold stabilizes gradually, showing complete functional ownership perspective. Rear cargo opens, revealing layered storage with premium spatial depth. Brand identity settles through rugged, refined utility-focused cabin presence. Side panel interaction confirms structured compartment design and access control. Metal tie ring detail adds strength and mechanical reliability cue. Hidden cabin response activates smoothly, showing interface continuity feel. Camera moves steadily across trunk, reinforcing functional space mapping clarity. Power integration appears, confirming real-world usability and system support. Final hold stabilizes, gradually locking complete utility ownership perception. Door handle press triggers latch response with controlled access behavior. Brief open-close cycle resets exterior perception and focus shift. Camera drops rapidly downward past bumper and reflective badge detail. Undercarriage exposure reveals suspension tires and structural rugged mechanics. Camera pulls out steadily, transitioning from underbody back to exterior frame. Wide rear three-quarter view stabilizes, showing complete SUV presence. Final hold smoothly locks composition, reinforcing ownership perception and memory. Rear seat POV anchors driver focus on unpaved road entry. Steering input adjusts smoothly as terrain pressure builds. Digital cluster and map display reinforce real-time navigation awareness. Sharp corner control shifts weight perception through cabin stability. Acceleration rises steadily along narrow dirt path between vegetation. Hands maintain steady grip, reinforcing planted SUV motion confidence. Mid-drive screen interaction switches system view without breaking flow. Final forward glide locks immersive off-road driving continuity feel. Driver's seat locks cockpit view with steering and gear engagement start. Dashboard screen activates, showing 3D chassis visualization in motion. System response shifts smoothly as terrain mode feedback updates live. Vehicle enters rough trail, vibration increases through cabin control stability. Side window reveals muddy ditch, an external reflection awareness shift. Driver maintains steady grip, reinforcing planted SUV confidence under load. Traffic ahead slow down with dual precision control. Final hold steady, showing mastered road driving authority lock. Clean exterior silence breaks with sharp metallic contours exposure. Gloss surfaces reflect studio light across sculpted hood geometry. Hand glides over body panels activating tactile material perception. Vehicle stance settles firmly on rugged wheels with weight authority. Mechanical clicks and pops reveal controlled engineering interaction layers. Tension compresses then releases into steadily showroom silence transition. Full presence stabilizes forming complete visual dominance frame. Final composition gradually resolves into refined premium identity. Rotary dial clicks activate cabin systems with tactile precision start. Armrest opens revealing structured storage and ambient surface reflections. Seat textures sunroof mirror details build layered interior awareness. Camera pushes between seats forming complete driver cockpit alignment. Steering and screen presence stabilize controlled zone perception steadily. Rear cabin unfolds with armrest utility and balanced comfort space. Cargo area reveals folding mechanism hooks and functional depth gradually. Final hold settles interior silence into refined controlled calm.
Auto Ignite signature ends here. Final impression belongs to you. Share your opinion and stay connected.